I am so over the tax system that we have in the United States. They are taking 30% of our money. That means you and I are working 3 to 4 months a year to hand that over to Uncle Sam. And don't forget, we know why people are struggling because we also had 25% inflation since the pandemic. So after being taxed 30%, everything we buy with the money left over is 25 to 30% higher. And I'm seeing video after video of people on here saying they actually owe $5,000 or $10,000 more this year in taxes and they don't have the money because inflation is so outrageous. Then they have to set up a payment plan with the IRS where the IRS will charge you interest and penalties on the money that you owe them. If you're one of the fortunate ones to buy a house, you're going to have to pay property tax until the day you die. And if you go through a hardship and you miss those property tax payments for extended period of time, the government can take your house. We don't own our house, we don't own our cars, we don't even own our own income. And then if you want to be adventurous and be self-employed, you're going to pay even more taxes. Because if you're an employee right now as a W-2 and you look at your pay stub, you're going to see something called FICA. That's Social Security and Medicare for 7.65%, but your employer is also paying 7.65%. That is what is called payroll taxes. But if you are self-employed, you are the employer and employee, even though it's just you. So you have to pay 15.3%. If you want to legally avoid some of those payroll taxes, you have to do this bunch of bullshit paperwork and open up an S corporation to have yourself pay yourself so that you can legally avoid some of these payroll taxes. And then you have all your business expenses. You have to track your miles. If you take a client out to dinner, you got to keep the receipt. Who were you with? What did you talk about? Because God forbid you're friggin' audited. They might even come and take more money. And if you don't pay, they can garnish your wages. Like, what the fuck is this? Why can't we do something simpler? Maybe it's even a consumption tax. I know there's pros and cons that I can do a video on that, but I would love the freedom to walk into a store, see a $20 t-shirt and go, do I really want this t-shirt for $20 and pay the $6 consumption tax on top of it? At least I have the freedom. At least I could own my house, own my car, own my income, and own my decisions.